Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So, I first want to say, before I get into today's topic, I just want to say thank you so much everyone for the birthday wishes. My birthday was over the weekend, my 39th birthday, and I have to say it was one of the best birthdays I've ever had. I had a wonderful, wonderful birthday, and I was so touched by all the well wishes and birthday wishes through Facebook and social media and email, everything. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really very honored to receive all these beautiful words and well wishes. So thank you, and on to today's topic of emotional eating. Today I want to actually give a suggestion, a little experiment for people to try out, anyone that's struggling with emotional eating. And the suggestion I have is to, from today onward, make it a point that when you come home from any social interaction, whether it's coming home from visiting with friends or family, or coming home from work, or coming home from school, or coming home from a class, or just coming home from anything that involves other people, my suggestion is to wait 30 to 60 minutes before opening up the refrigerator and before eating anything. Okay, you can have water, but that's it. A lot of times I find in general is that when anyone is struggling with emotional eating, a lot of times after people have spent time with other people, whether it's a wonderful experience and a joyous occasion, or it's a stressful situation, or a situation that doesn't feel good or isn't good, that people go towards food when they get home. It kind of takes the edge off. It kind of buffers things, and people use food as comfort, right? And I find in general, if you can give yourself a little bit of time between when you arrive home, between arriving home and going to the refrigerator, a lot of times you can make better decisions with your food after, and you might realize within a half an hour that you're not even hungry, and you don't even need the food. And also at the same time, it's changing patterns. A lot of times I find when people focus too much on labeling themselves as emotional eater and trying to cure themselves of emotional eating, it just gets worse. It kind of exasperates the problem. But when you kind of move the focus towards changing habits, changing routine, changing reactions, and doing something differently, then perhaps you can tackle the problem in a better way, and in a way that's even easier to do. So my view with this is that if you look at when you come home from any kind of interaction with other people, that instead of going to eat, is to figure out what else you can do and start doing it. And start making that a habit and a routine. So let's say you find when you come home, you emotionally eat after you work, right? Why not figure out a new routine you have when you get home from work? And that might be to get home and take your pet for a walk, or do an exercise video, or call a friend, or read a book, or listening to great music, or taking a shower, a hot bath, or anything where you're just giving yourself a little bit of space and time before opening the refrigerator and eating. And to see how that goes. And I find that the more you do that, then the more it becomes a habit and part of your lifestyle. And then you no longer have to kind of struggle with what you're eating and the whole idea of emotionally eating, and you can then focus on doing other things with your time. And it kind of, in some ways, it can actually sort of heal the situation in itself. So that's something to try out. I'd be interested too in hearing, if someone does this for a while, what happens? Do they notice a change? Do they see that things become easier? Do they find it's a challenge to resist the fridge when they get home? What's going on? I'd love to hear your feedback on that. So that's my tip for today. Try it out. And I just want to mention too that the Raw Food Challenge, it starts tomorrow, Monday, January 19th. It's not too late to join if you want to join. And then the week after is the 7-day Whole Food Challenge, which is 7 days of being on 100% healthy food diet, a wonderful way of kickstarting a healthy food diet. So either one, you can join us. If you go to my website at radiantcentral.com, click on products, you'll see all the information on the two programs there and how to sign up and everything. All right, so have a super fabulous day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.